Sir, I would like to request our guests to take their seat in the front row. Namaste and Johar. Respected dignitaries, esteemed guests, dedicated teachers, and my dear colleagues. And also those people who could not join us in person, they have joined us online. Fellow participants, students, teachers, and our trainer, Dr. Karima Anjum. It is an absolute honor and privilege to welcome you all to this insightful and forward thinking program titled Moving from Rote Learning Towards Active Learning. This program is being organized by our esteemed institution, CSIR-CIMFR, in collaboration with Royal Society of Chemistry under the banner of Jigyasa. Jigyasa program, as you all know, is a student scientist and teacher connect program, which involves CSIR's 38 laboratories across the nation, which is aimed at fostering scientific curiosity, innovation, and experiential learning. As most of you would agree that essence of science lies not just in acquiring knowledge, but in cultivating curiosity, critical thinking, and ability to connect concepts with the real world applications. By transitioning from rote learning to active learning, we aim to nurture these qualities in our students and equip them to become future innovators and problem solvers. So, in order to formally commence this event, I would like to invite Dr. Pallavi Das, a senior scientist and nodal officer for Jigyasa program from our lab, to brief us about the program and its flow. She has been a key member of Jigyasa program since its inception in 2017. Madam, please.
Thank you, Anjali. Namaskar. A very good morning to respected Director Sir, Professor A.K. Mishra, or respected Dr. J.K. Pandey Sir, Chief Scientist and Head PPII, Head HRD, Dr. Dilip Kumbhakar Sir, Dr. S. Karagal Sir, our trainer from the Royal Society of Chemistry, and all my seniors in the audience, all HRGs, and all the respected teachers who have come from different schools. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome all of you for this teacher training program organized by CSIR-CIMFR Dhanbad with the prestigious Royal Society of Chemistry under the Jigyasa initiative. The Jigyasa program, like Anjali said, is CSIR's flagship initiative. इसका उद्देश्य है students, teachers और scientists के बीच connection बढ़ाकर curiosity और scientific temper को बढ़ावा देना. This program focuses on bridging the gap between theoretical learning and real-world applications of science through hands-on activities and workshops. And yes, I have been associated with this program since 2017, so it just feels like yesterday when this began. And this is our contribution, scientific social responsibility, which we are trying in our own small way. And in this journey, our partnership with the Royal Chemical Society has been very, very fruitful. Previously, we did a coin battery experiment for the school students. And this was a pan-India initiative, which the headquarters coordinated. So across all the 38 CSIR labs, this experiment was conducted. And it was received very well. If there are any teachers from Kasturba Gandhi, you can please share your experience later on. And because even now we get requests from the schools to repeat those experiments. And today's workshop, we take this vision further. Today we try to introduce new experiments, and today we try to empower the teachers ताकि आप अपने खुद के experiments design कर सके, and also so that you can incorporate this in your pedagogy to make it more relevant for the students. If you have any doubts or queries and regarding any design of experiments or any concepts, this is a perfect platform to discuss and to innovate together. And our goal is that by the end of this workshop, you will feel confident to take these learnings back to your classrooms and inspire your students more to think more critically and more scientifically. And together we can make science not just a subject, but a very exciting journey together. And I'm very grateful to Director CIMFR and the entire CIMFR team for their support to organize this program in this very short period as mandated by our headquarters. एंड मैं रॉयल केमिकल सोसाइटी के प्रति भी अपना आभार व्यक्त करना चाहती हूँ for their support and their collaboration. And to all the teachers present here, your participation is invaluable. And we are very excited to work with you. And I wish you all the very best and hope we have a very enriching experience. Dhanyavad.
Thank you, ma'am, for such a vibrant introduction. Next, I'd like to invite our coordinator for the HRD division and head project planning and industry interface, Dr. J.K. Pandey, to share his insights and aspirations for this initiative. Sir.
Thank you, Anjali. A very good morning to all of you. Respected Director Professor A.K. Mishra, a respected guest from Royal Society of Chemistry, and my dear colleague and the teachers. They are the today's participant and the main core person for the today's day, program. See, we all know and that CSIR is nowadays very much inclined towards the what they are doing to make its outreach among students and the society, so that our research should go deeper into society, and we should learn more and more, and it's our research should benefit to the society. In that perspective, we have, as Anjali has told, even Palli has also told that CSIR, and as a part of CSIR, CIMFR is also taking number of programs for scientist, teacher, student connect program. In that connection, we are doing lot of work. A number of programs are being organized throughout the year, particularly for students. But program for teachers, we could not do a number of them. Probably one or two in a year, and this is one of them. But the impact of this thing is this should be very visible, and the fact that every teacher is representing about 100 students we can consider. So it's one such course, if meaningful, it is going to have 100 times the course that we are conducting with the students. So we hope that this program should be very fruitful, very learning, and fortunately we have the faculty from Royal Society of Chemistry also. So you and we all know more and more about this learning skills and even teaching skills also. I hope we will all do this. The program will be very good and very effective for this 2 days learning program. I hope and I wish each of you a very good and very fruitful session today and tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words and your dedication to the program. Before we move forward, let me take a moment to introduce the trainer for today's program, Dr. P.S. Kandagal, a highly accomplished and passionate educator. He has vast experience in science education and teacher training. He has always focused on making learning interactive, application oriented, and student centric. He has been actively involved in promoting active learning methods and has trained numerous educators across the country. His expertise and commitment to transforming education is undoubtedly will make this session very enriching for all of us. Thank you, sir, for joining us today. And it would be great if you could share a few words and let our audience know what they can expect from the program, sir.
Respected Arvind Mishra sir, Dr. J.K. Pandey sir, Dr. Pallavi Das, and all the faculty members and my dear colleagues, teachers. So first of all, I would like to thank uh, CMIFR for joining hands with the Royal Society of Chemistry for empowering science teachers. So this program is all about, New Education Policy 2020 says learning should be holistic, integrated, engaging, and enjoyable. Okay. So they have covered four criteria, points: holistic, integrated, engaging, and enjoyable. So this program, it aims at reaching these goals through some active learning strategies. So today I'm conducting the first workshop. This workshop is about moving from rote learning towards active learning. So how to involve our students in learning process and how to make this teaching, learning science engaging and enjoyable. So tomorrow we're having one more workshop, how to integrate theory with practicals. So it is really a wonderful journey. Okay, it is a long journey till evening. So I appreciate your active participation. And once again, I extend my heartfelt thanks to all the organizers for joining hands with Royal Institute of Chemistry in making this program successful. You know, teaching and learning, these are the two faces of the same coin. You learn and you teach, and students learn and they teach. Okay, so let us make this teaching, learning science so engaging and enjoyable. So I wish you all the best and thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. It was really intriguing, and we can't wait for the program to commence actually. As we move forward, I now have the honor of inviting our respected director, Professor Arvind Kumar Mishra, sir, to share his thoughts and address this gathering. Let's welcome him with a round of applause.
Good morning to all of you, and a very warm welcome inside the premises of CSIR-CIMFR. Today's we have with us Dr. P.S. Kandagal. I'm really thankful to him for traveling all the way from Bangalore, isn't it? So he has come all the way from Bangalore to conduct this particular training program or training for trainers or teachers. Distinguished scientists, guests, and the most respected teachers, mentors who have gathered in here. Indeed, CSIR-CIMFR might be known, and those who are connected online, I would like to welcome them as well, and a very warm and very pleasant good morning to everyone. Indeed, we have been conducting various skill development programs, various Jigyasa programs, but all those programs were dedicated for students. This is probably a unique program. I'm really thankful to the Royal Society of Chemistry and CSIR-CIMFR for joining hands together to formulate this particular training program for teachers. Teachers are the one who create, who build the future of the country, who build the future of the society. And this particular training program will be very, very helpful to the teachers, where I can see, very senior teachers from secondary level. Some of the teachers had been, with whom I had an association, personal association, and I can see they are also there, the part of the audience, part of the delegates. So I know the capability, I know the strength what you do have, but with this training program, I am very sure that Dr. P.S. Kandagal and along with him, there is one more passionate teacher who will be providing the training, which will be provided, they will be providing pedagogical techniques with which the interactive learning will be emphasized, will be taught. And already it is nothing new which will be taught to you. Probably a few tools and techniques will be discussed with you. But as you know, the world is changing fast. And so our kids our children are also changing fast. And those days gone off, when we used to say, or when probably you might have studied during your school days, that was the time when you didn't had probably the television set at your home, or you might not have even the handset. We used to have a dialed, cradled one, a telephone. So probably that would have also not been there at your home. And so the this antenna TV, that cable connection was also not there. And you had whatever time you will play, come back to home, and then you will be dedicating your time towards your studies. But now things have changed. There are and this change is very fast. It's very fast, at the same time very, very dynamic in nature. What syllabus you had been covering few days back, probably now in your syllabus, particularly like physics, I can talk about that quantum computing. What is quantum computing might have been introduced by now. The various communication means, the radio waves, which you might have not studied during your school days. So the syllabus is changing, the world is changing, R&D pace, the pace with which research is developing, or R&D or S&T is moving ahead, and so the syllabus is changing. Let it be science, let it be your mathematics. And I know that all of you are keeping abreast, but how to keep students, those who are generation Z, that's what we call it. So with these children, to keep them engaged with your learning process, wherein they know what are they learning. One thing is they must know what for they are learning, what are they learning, and what are its applications. The simple example, is like, an equation when we write x plus y plus something is equal to, x plus y and something is being written. And one way to teach in is whenever you bring in anything from left hand side to right hand side, if it is plus, you make it minus. If it is minus, you make it plus. That's what is one way of teaching. While the other way to teach is because there is an equal sign. And so if you need to remove, say, on the left side, something is there, 2y. So if you need to remove 2y or anything is to be removed, so if it is plus 2y, you put in minus 2y on the left as well as minus 2y on the right, because it's an equal sign. So there are two ways with which it can be taught, but the second one is more appropriate. So that's a very, very simple example. And the complicated tools probably Dr. Kandagal might be discussing it with you. I remember one example, now in a school wherein one student was there, and there was one of the best teacher of the school, and she used to go and say good morning to everyone. Everybody used to respond good morning. But there was a student whose uniform used to be a bit dirty, not tucked in, uh, didn't comb properly. So she used to feel bad about the student. But what she felt that this boy is the most careless about studies, and so she used to say every day good morning, and then she used to tell, why don't you do that? And he will give some excuses. And slowly she started feeling that he is the one who is the trouble creator, because he is not listening to me. is not getting improved. And she decided, let me bring it to the notice of the headmaster or principal, whatever it is. She informed. Then he said, okay, he heard. And then he said, okay, ma'am, let me see. But he didn't say anything. He was also a learned and experienced teacher. Usually, the headmaster will be a little more experienced. And next day, he asked him to bring in the progress report of previous classes of the student to be tabled to that teacher, the lady teacher who was there. So it was being placed in without informing her. So it was placed in over her, what do you call, staff room, isn't it? Wherein you have got a table dedicated to you. So on your staff room, that report was being placed in. Then she went in through the report. So the previous class, it was written that he is very good, excellent boy, who is very punctual, but his studies are slowly deteriorating. That is what she could find in. Next class, it was mentioned in that he is a good student, but his mother is suffering through cancer. So he is devoting more time in hospital than in school. Next year, it was mentioned that her mother expired. And then next year, she was teaching. Then she realized probably I was making a mistake in understanding the student. Then she started giving, special attention to the boy. And then when finally, the result, what do you call it? The annual progress report or whatever, the result, final report. So wherein he scored well. And then he moved on to the next school or next college. He left. And then after a few years, he wrote back to the concerned teacher that I'm getting married. And he invited her. She went in there and she found that he has become a medical doctor. And he was waiting for her. And he introduced her that she is my mother. Actually, she is not mother, but he introduced because he realized that it was she who bring him back to the track. So that is the role of a teacher. You see, apart from your tools and techniques, you are also responsible for building the character. What we see in the society, like from school, the student moves to the college, like IIT, AIMS, or any other college. He is just at the age of 18, getting in, not yet adult, and not yet child. He goes in institution wherein half cooked food kind of stuff, say half paripakva jo bolte hain, half matured. Maturity is not there, but half character building has already been done. And then the role of higher education comes into picture, wherein if he gets in a friend circle wherein they are really fond of alcohol or smoking or something else, is spoiled. Or there is a friend circle who makes him to concentrate on UPSC or something else, he becomes an IS officer or a bureaucrat or a technocrat, or he does something which is marvelous, something exceptionally good, or something, some kind of research which probably nobody has done before. So it becomes very important for teachers to look up. But I know the kind of pressure with which the present day teacher are going through, because I do interact. It's really tough. Being a teacher in society, it is stated being a teacher is ठीक है भाई, सुबह आप लोग 8 बजे चले जाते हैं, शाम को 4 बजे फ्री हो जाते हैं, बड़ा बढ़िया जिंदगी है आप लोगों का। बट टीचर के दिल से पूछिए कि उन पर क्या बीतती है, बिकॉज इट्स नॉट दैट सुबह 8 बजे से शाम 5 बजे तक की ड्यूटी है। द काइंड ऑफ वर्कलोड दे हैव एंड द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दे हैव, and probably at some instances you do not uh, you do not the right what you have gotten. If there is a kid who belongs to someone, a family who is highly influential and is not studying, you have got all the right to say you are not doing, and you can say it to their parents as well, and boldly you can say. Nobody else in society can say that. So the responsibility of a teacher is more than a teacher who is building the country, who is building the society, whatever good or bad, what we see in the society, partially. Somewhere it is the school and teachers, not only the primary and secondary, I'm equally making the university teachers and higher education teachers responsible for that. So with these words, I think I will welcome you all, and you please do enjoy your stay here. Enjoy the learning which will be imparted to you, and try to imbibe it in your teaching process, wherein the students must know what for this is being taught. If there is an equation being taught in, and that equation is being solved in, and you are getting two values, say quadratic equation, you are getting two values. What does it mean? And where will it be applied? If you are solving any of the issues or any topic being taught in, where is its application? And so probably with that approach, the kind of scientists, the kind of faculty members, the kind of professors which will be produced will be different than what is being produced today. So with this hope, and I know that all of you are doing great job, and the kind of effort you do put in, the kind of time you do put in, apart from your family, you do take care of whole of your kids, their growth, their future. Because I remember some of my teachers of my school days, I have not yet forgotten them, so they will also remember you. And I wish this particular program a grand success. And I invite you, please see the institute, and be in touch with your trainers, and contribute to the society, to the country. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. I could really see the audience really connect with your words. They're all smiling here. Um, as we prepare for the interactive sessions that follow, I'm pleased to announce a short break for high tea and a group photograph. But before that, हम सब अपनी स्थान से खड़े होंगे राष्ट्रीय गान के लिए। आप सभी से अनुरोध है, आप खड़े हो जाएं। धन्यवाद. We have the group photograph planning arranged for you at the building entrance. Our volunteers will guide you through that.